Special Counsel Robert Mueller is expected to reveal new details in the cases of two former Trump associates. Prosecutors must file two separate memos in court. One will detail former Trump attorney Michael Cohen's cooperation with investigators, and then the other will explain why the special counsel's office believes former Trump campaign chairman Paul Manafort violated his plea deal. CBSN political contributor Zeke Miller joins us now. He's a White House reporter for the Associated Press. All right, Zeke, let's get into this. It's pretty meaty. So Michael Cohen pleaded guilty to financial crimes in August, but his latest guilty plea is for lying to Congress about a Trump Tower project in Moscow. So what can we expect to learn about his cooperation with the special counsel today?
It's not entirely clear what this filing will produce, but one of the things that we are looking for is whether we will get a sense of, did Michael Cohen implicate others when he admitted to those misdealings with the special counsel? Does he have information that ties other people to those misdeeds that indicates that the special counsel is going to be moving in that direction? We don't have explicitly that connection just yet. But we do know that Michael Cohen does have something because he is still cooperating with the special counsel. He has something that the special counsel wants to know. Is it just information that contextualizes things, or is it the actual goods on other people in President Trump's orbit? That we don't know yet. That's something we can get a clue and indication of from today's filing.
Right. And then there's Paul Manafort, right? And last month, the prosecutors said that he repeatedly violated his plea deal by lying to investigators. Do we have any idea what he was lying about? Because that could be sort of key to this investigation.
That's one of those things that we are going to find out today. Is it just one thing that Paul Manafort lied about, or is it a whole series of things that he misled the special counsel on? We don't have all of that information, and that's going to be a really big revelation, because just this whole circumstance around Paul Manafort is so highly unusual. It is so rare for a witness who is cooperating to then breach that agreement. And both sides in that case seem to think that there is reason to move forward today with that they're not going to try to resurrect the agreement, that there is no longer any sense of cooperation between Manafort and the special counsel's office. And so we will, will we get all of the details of every, instance that where Manafort allegedly misled the special counsel? That would be sort of something that we would be looking for, or is it just one or an indication of one area where Manafort was misleading the special counsel? That's one of those things that we can learn today. It's sort of even if it isn't necessarily that detailed related to the Russia investigation, sort of just for those of us who have been following this investigation very closely, just sort of just another unexpected plot twist in an investigation that has had a whole lot of them so far.
Isn't that the truth? And then, of course, we could end up with something similar to the sentencing memo that we saw from former National Security Advisor Michael Flynn, where there's so much of it that was redacted. I mean, literally one page had like one line, and then everything else was redacted. Is there a possibility that when these memos are finally released, that's what we're going to see, a whole lot of black?
That is certainly possible, and in some cases, where the special counsel still has ongoing investigations, it's almost likely, particularly with Michael Cohen, who, if he just struck a new deal with the special counsel, would indicate that there's still something that the special counsel is working on that maybe we don't know about just yet, that they would want to keep confidential. That would certainly send sort of the speculation meter in Washington, sort of dial it up to 11. Because there are these indications that Mueller may be nearing his endgame, whether that be a report, a referral, other indictments, potential for sealed indictments being out there. That would sort of dial things up all the higher. There is sort of a frenzy going on in Washington surrounding this investigation over the last week. We've seen that even this morning from the president in his tweets about this. This Friday has become the nearest thing to Mueller Day as we have had in this investigation because of all of these different intersecting storylines.
Yeah, well, I know everybody in the media is definitely going to be waiting. Of course, it's going to drop on a Friday, right, when everyone wants to go home. But Zeke Miller, thank you so much.
Thank you.